Good evening. I am deeply honored and do not feel worthy of receiving this recognition. I want to thank my beloved friend, Carrie, for your courage, your bravery. Tonight is a tribute to your parents. It is also a celebration of you. Thank you, Carrie Kennedy. My dear friend Don Lemon and dancing partner, we boys from Louisiana who come to places like New York sometimes have to pinch ourselves, don't we? I am enormously proud and don't feel worthy of being in the firmament of Martine and Magic and Stephen. I want to thank my wonderful Ford Foundation colleagues for being here tonight. This occasion for me is to honor someone who had a tremendous impact on my life. We've talked about the famous speeches and places Robert Kennedy visited. We haven't talked about a very important place he visited. In April of 1967, Robert Kennedy visited the Mississippi Delta. He visited the Delta to learn about children who lived in shotgun houses with outhouses in the back on dirt roads. And as a little boy living in rural East Texas, on a dirt road in a shotgun house with an outhouse in the back in 1967. I remember his visit because for those of us in the South, and especially black folks in the South, it was historic. I remember gathering at my great aunt's house because she was the only relative in the community who had a television set in her living room, and so we would gather around. And on this occasion, Robert F. Kennedy was walking the dirt roads of those small towns in the Mississippi Delta, and he was speaking to those people who lived in that community, and he was there because he wanted to bear witness to the reality of poverty in America, and he was there also with a political agenda because Senator Stemmons, the senior senator from Mississippi at that time, a staunch segregationist, had deeply opposed a new program that President Johnson had started 2 years before. It was called Head Start. And the Mississippi establishment disapproved of Head Start because Head Start had a radical agenda. It believed that little boys and girls like me should actually be educated and what we in the future might represent to their power and their structure and their racism. And so Robert F. Kennedy was there to understand at a community level what it meant like, what it looked like, what it meant to those communities. But he was also there because he wanted to say to people like us, people living in places like Ames, Texas, population 400, I see you. I believe in you. You are worthy. And for many of us, we never heard white people say those words to us or telegraph such messages so powerfully and profoundly. He understood that we needed hope because Robert Kennedy understood that hope is the oxygen of democracy. And so I humbly accept this award with deepest gratitude for the life he lived, for the partnership with his extraordinary wife, and for the legacy that his children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren are carrying forward today. Thank you very much.